And welcome back inside CMA Fest 2024 inside the Music City Center. Always busy out there too as well for day two and just day two of CMA Fest. CMA Fest, no rest. That's a good slogan, right? We can use.
I love that slogan, and so excited to be co-hosting with you today. We have Orlando Mendez with us.
What's going on, everybody? Happy to be here with y'all.
I'll tell you what, man, happy to have you too as well. And love the music, love the sound too, because not everybody can do what you do when it comes to vocally and the things that you bring arrangements to songs to as well. So let's dive right into it too here on KKTC, True Country 99.9, and our friends at hightidecountry.net. Just a Bottle, Elise was just talking about that too as well. How excited were you to get this song out to your fans?
Oh, real excited. I mean, you release some songs that just have a little more depth, and a little more meaning to them. And this is one of those that I think is just a beautifully written song and was going to impact a lot of people, and it already has been. So.
Yeah, and what's coming up next for the song? We were chatting a little bit about it, but there's some exciting things happening.
Yeah, so we got a full-length music video coming up for Just a Bottle. That'll be in the next week or so, and just keep pushing it out there, man. Trying to get it to as many folks as possible.
When you look at just what this week means to the fans out there too, I mean, we've gotten here at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning just to open the room here, but fans wearing T-shirts and things out there too. That is crazy to see the lines in this particular week. You know how it's taken off. It's just amazing to see you guys give back to the fans, but the fans also too buying the tickets, coming to the concerts, buying the merchandise, and just like traveling here from all over the world to come see you guys at the meet and greets and things like that. Talk about just what that means and giving back to the fans.
Yeah, the support is incredible, and just the way that this CMA does a great job of allowing us to get that face-to-face time as well. The meet and greet was probably my favorite part of today, and just meeting people I met someone from Canada. We got Chicago in the house, my hometown of Miami. Just so many amazing people who come out, and we get that FaceTime with the fans. It's so special, and you don't always get that.
And is there any venues that people can see you this weekend? Do your thing on stage?
Well, we just finished the Spotlight stage. We'll be hanging out this weekend and be around and doing interviews and stuff. That's what the rest of the weekend's gonna entail.
That looks good.
Hey, talk about this. I had Frank Ray come by yesterday talking about just what he means, how bilingual he is too, and just proud to represent his culture. I know you're in that same boat right there. Proud to represent your culture and do things that not a lot of artists can do when it comes to singing in different languages, things like that, and bringing a song to life in Spanish and, of course, in English and things like that, and putting your own spin on a song that you know is going to resonate with fans. How important is that to you?
Oh, super important. I mean, it's just like honoring my roots and where I come from, my people back home. And what's so fantastic is that I can still sing country music and still bring a piece of home with me too, and a piece of my roots. So that's what's everything to me, is that there's such a big growing fan base of Hispanic American country enthusiasts and lovers, and I want to serve them as well as serve my country folk as well.
And what's your story, Orlando? How did you get into music, country music, and when did you start?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the typical upbringing with country music. Obviously, in Miami, it was kind of sparse, but I found it when I was like 12 or 13 years old. Kind of got in through my boy Darius Rucker, a voice who I had heard in my childhood a ton of times. Obviously from Hootie and the Blowfish, and started diving into the genre, just fell in love with the storytelling, and that's what I still am in love with. And so from then on, I've been a country music enthusiast, and obviously now super blessed and honored to do it for a living.
Take us through I love this Orlando Mendez School of Writing, as far as bringing a song to life and important kind of when you cook something, the ingredients that go into it.
Yeah, story comes first for me always. And, I write a lot about what's on my heart. That's why a lot of the earlier stuff I've released, obviously some heartbreak stuff, some sad stuff. That's where I was in life, when I was writing those songs. But now we're in a more positive headspace. I'm bringing in a little more of the tropical environment where I come from. So you'll hear that in my songs going forward. And that's what I bring to my songs, man. It's just a piece of myself every single time. Trying to be as descriptive as possible too,
I love that. And what are we expecting on the horizon for you in the next year, 5 years? What is your bucket list, and what things are you wanting to accomplish as an artist over the next 5 years?
Yeah, that's awesome, Elise. That's a great question. I mean, there's so many things, right? I mean, just this year we'll have my debut EP coming out this year. We'll have a full length LP in the first quarter of next year, and I pray that these next 5 years have a bunch of mountaintop moments, big stages here at CMA Fest, the Opry, of course, huge bucket list item. I want to go back and play an arena in my hometown, which would be great. And that's a lot of festivals, you know, a lot of music and a lot of festivals is what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, great answer.
Yeah.
Anything in festival season, as you know, too, you're going to be busy too as well out there. Hey, losing a legend out there. You talked about just iconic Toby Keith, and I've been kind of careful in just asking the question this week, but he meant so much to the industry. 30 plus number ones out there too, and just what he did on Show Dog Records to help younger artists grow, like Flynnville Train and Trailer Choir back in the day too. All the touring they did with them too at the same time. Crystal Hoyt, Big Vinny, and Butter. Just to see those guys do the thing and just the impact he made on country music. I'm sure you had to be a huge fan growing up.
Massive Toby Keith fan. And now I say it at every single one of my shows. You know, we always play 3 or 4 Toby songs, but now I say it has a new meaning to it, because every time we play, we're honoring his legacy and the legend himself. So, you know, sing a little louder, get the crowd to sing a little louder, and it's been special to honor him in my own way.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, with us being on that Sports Guys podcast, we have to ask you, who is your favorite sports team? What is your favorite sport?
Football by far. Played football my entire life until I couldn't anymore because I was too short. Yeah, but Miami Dolphins, that's my team, for good and bad. You know, yeah, we'll see what happens with Tua now. Hopefully we sign him. I mean, we can't give him up, man. So yeah, the Dolphins, and then I graduated from the University of Florida, so Gator football is my life as well.
Hey, Gator softball just had a pretty good run there in the Women's College World Series to get there.
They represented well, man. Just Oklahoma's that's a train right there. It's hard to stop.
I was hoping after Florida had the outside shot to take them out. And then I was like, well, Texas will now too in the finals, but it is what it is. 4-peat for the Lady Sooners and greatest women's college softball team. You can't knock it. They just had a great run.
They did. You just got to tip your hat to greatness sometimes, you know. I did that with Alabama for forever. Now Georgia's doing it, Oklahoma in softball. So just got to tip your hat.
And, of course, around the corner, I know starting today and maybe yesterday, too, the Men's College World Series Super Regionals going on. Next weekend will be the College World Series for up there at TD Ameritrade in Omaha, Nebraska. So looking forward to that, too. And, hey, go Fighting Aggies. I got to root for Texas A&M. I just have to. That's just one of the things to get out there, too. And we got to go to that someday, TD Ameritrade in Omaha, Nebraska, and have you play some shows and then go to the College World Series. Yeah. Do that, too, as well. More to come here. I appreciate you being with us.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Mendez here on the Backstage Pass. Again, out there too, hightidecountry.net, and out there too, KKTC. True Country 99.9 CMA Fest. Day 2 rolls on inside the Music City Center. Stay tuned for more.